to my YouTube channel. So this is not like a usual setup that I would do, but in the last couple of days I've just not had strength and setup. I mean, I tried setting up one time and it showed me shaking. I'm going to gist you. So this is just take me the way I am, like my face and everything, just take me the way I am. I had to come here to do this video before it passed the required day, and I'm having a bad hair day. As you can see, I've had this braids on for like going to 3 months now. God, I feel terrible. And my birthday is in like 4 days, 3 days, 3 days, no, 4 days actually, and I do not have any plan at all. Man, let me not just start this video by ranting. So hi guys, if this is your first time of watching my video, thank you for tuning in. My name is John-Moteh, and I'm a Lagos YouTuber. I film about faith, lifestyle, career, relationships, and every other good stuff. So if this is your first time, thank you for tuning in this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share this video with as much people as you can want to share this video with. So as you might have seen the title of this video, it is finding out I'm pregnant. I don't know what church is going to be, but for now in my head it's going to be something about finding out that I got pregnant. You might have seen my last video where I spoke about waiting and all of that, and you'd be thinking, she had this hair on, so how her face was looking, what changed. So by the time I did that video, I was pregnant, but I didn't know I was pregnant. And I had even done tests like some weeks before, not weeks, days actually. No, it was weeks, yeah, weeks before, probably 2 weeks or a week, and it was negative. So I did the video with so much assurance, and I thought that, oh, January had gone already, it's fine. And because I'm such an intentional person, my husband says that every time, like once I put my heart to something, I always go with a plan. I always find out how I can get it done. Oh, thank God, Nepa just brought light. I needed that light. I needed this gen to just come up. Okay, so because I'm such an intentional person, if I do say so myself, I had a plan. Like I had structured a plan on how I was going to get pregnant in February, and I told God that if my plan does not work out in February, it means that God does not want me to get pregnant in that February. And sorry, I'm going to be burping a lot. And I already had like my plan kind of. I'm such a planner actually, so I already felt like I was going to plan for a February child, because I wanted maybe a September baby. So as I was saying, I already had like plans of how I wanted a September baby, and maybe I had just had leniency for early October, but I really wanted a September baby. And I was thinking, okay, if I don't have a September baby, then maybe the first 4 months of the year, I like January, February, March, April. But for no reason, I just did not like March, June, July. I just did not like those dates. Like, I don't like them for celebration. I don't like them for anything. Of course, my husband is December born, so I said, okay, maybe I can give a little preference to December. Yeah, that's the kind of person I am. So I started planning towards September, and so all of those months when I tried to get pregnant, when I started trying and it wasn't clicking, I'm like, maybe you need to just put away your thoughts and start figuring, like. So I mean, I started putting away my thoughts, really. I'm like, let me just have a child. A child is a child. Any month is any month. Let me just get this one first, then I can start putting in my plans. At the point I also thought maybe God was just saying, my plans are not your plans, like focus on my plan. And I'm like, who plans for these months and all of that? So I just really took my mind off it. But then God really works in our direction, and he has our little thoughts in mind. And it was just really God telling me that I care about you. I care about you. Even the thoughts that you think does not make sense, I do care about it, and I would help you bring them to fruition. So it was such a lovely thing to find out that I most likely will be having a September baby. Yes. So let me not talk too much. How did I find out I was pregnant? It wasn't anything dramatic, considering the fact that if you had watched my previous video, I spoke about waiting and all that. So we had waited for, I really don't like talking about the waiting period, because I feel like a lot of people try to downplay the waiting period. So if you say, oh, I waited for 3 months to have a child, they would say, oh, is it not just 3 months? Maybe I waited for 12 years. See, waiting is waiting. If somebody waits for someone waits for 3 months and another person waits for 12 years, I know that it's a long time apart, and it's not to become, it should not, pain waiting period should not be compared in any way, because I feel like it's just a lot among women or Nigerians. We just always compare pain, like, oh, and you always want to downplay other people's pain. Pain is pain, and everybody's pain is different, whether the years or that. I know that you can't just compare. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not going to say how long I waited, because I just know that for me it felt like a long while. And when you're waiting, it's not, you don't even know how long it's going to be. Do you understand? Especially when you have unexplained fertility, you feel like, okay, I'm okay, and see my period at the right time, my ovulation is at the right time, I'm doing all the right things that I'm supposed to do. So what is the problem? Where is the problem coming from? It's a lot, really. It's a lot. So I'm going to start by saying that I went for my mother-in-law's burial sometimes in January, and I tested before going on that long trip, because it was a long trip and we were going to be going by road. So I tested that morning before I took the trip to be sure that I wasn't pregnant, so that I know how to just manage myself when I get there and all of that. I didn't have any symptoms, but I just felt like I needed to know how to manage myself. And you know, I wasn't pregnant, so it was fine. I went on the trip, everything was fine, and then I came back and we went on, and then my period was late for one day, and I'm like, the last time this happened, it was hormonal imbalance. But like I said, if you've been testing for a while and you've gotten a lot of negatives, you just don't want to put your mind, like pregnant, you want to just erase, even though it's somewhere at the back of your mind, but you just want to form that you don't care, or you don't, or it's not, doesn't matter. Do you understand? Or that should not be the first thing in your coming to your mind, so that you don't get disappointed again. So I didn't think of pregnancy, even though, I mean, that's supposed to be the first thing, but because I didn't want to get disappointed, so I just felt like, okay, what else could be the problem? And I was like, okay, let me just firstly take a test. I held myself from taking the test. Usually my period is always on time, but since when this whole pregnancy issue, like trying something, I just didn't understand my body again. So I was like, okay. And then if you read Flow app, all those secret chats, you see people say, oh, I was late for like 7 days, I kept on testing and it was negative, and then after the 8th day the period just came. So I'm like, okay, let's keep waiting. But one night I had eaten earlier. I did eat very early, like I had a very early dinner, and I was really tired, so I went to sleep. And so I woke up very early, like around 1 thereabouts, and it just kept on coming to my mind, why don't you have your period yet? So I'm like, okay, I think I should have a few test strips at home, so I usually will hide them. So I went to go and check, and I found out I still had one. So I took it and I did the test. I think I have a video. I'll just insert here. I did the test. No, I didn't do the video there, because I had done a lot of videos, and I would put the camera and voila, it would be negative, because I would need to close the bedroom door so that my husband doesn't come in and all of that, and it would not catch me testing. Because the last time I showed my husband I was testing and it was negative, he was like, just take it off your mind. So I didn't want all those take it off your mind and prep talk and all of that. I decided not to inform him about the testing. And then if I was going to do a video, he's going to know, he's going to hear voices, and he's going to ask me what's going on. So I decided not to do a video, because I also did not want to think that it was pregnancy. And then I took the test strip, and you know you just see, guys, I cannot explain this thing if it doesn't happen to you, because I've also watched videos where people will say these things, and I'm like, how would I know it's pregnant? I'm gonna know. It cannot catch me on a way. I'm planning for this thing. But really, it's not like you don't know. It's just like you just don't want to know. Yes, that's the word. You don't want to know. So I did it, and I saw 2 lines. See, I cannot be mistaken about 2 lines. I have seen so many 1 line that, I mean, I'm straining my eyes to see. I'm like, I can see this. Like, you're seeing imaginary 2 lines. Do you get? You're seeing imaginary 2 lines. So when I saw this one, I knew that this one was different. This one was not imaginary. It was clear enough. And I'm going to insert the clip where you will see that that was clear enough. I didn't have to even like be bothered about it. It was clear enough. I just laid in the bedroom floor. My bedroom is very clean. I laid in the, and it was dry, so I laid in the bedroom floor, and I was just rolling on the floor and singing and just thanking God. And I didn't want to wake my husband up, so I left. I came to the sitting room, put on the fan so that he would not hear me, locked the sitting room door, and I was just thanking God and praying and all of that. I mean, see, influencing is not, that's not what comes to your camera, is not what comes to your mind at that time. You just want to have an alone time with God and express yourself and just be happy. And I did that. After I did that, it was just still this cute. For a long time, that was why I deleted my flow up at some point, because for a long time I just kept on feeling like I was just fed with a lot of things. And even now I'm very careful about the kind of things I watch. So I did that. And so with my flow app, I'd gone, I mean, I was always, there was time I was so addicted to the secret chat. It was like my WhatsApp, and because it was just anonymous, you could like let out, and people would, you see people that would bear your pain, people that understand what's going on, people that can relate, and it was just so comforting to find a platform. But it was getting addictive, and there were a lot of sad news on the flow secret chat. So I was getting addicted to it, and one of the things that really influenced me, I felt like I was not going to really go there during the period of pregnancy, is because seeing that you could have a positive result and then later on you have a negative result, chemical pregnancy and all of that. So I decided that I was going to go to the hospital to do a test, but then I remember that I need to still film this, Abby. So I did a test. I went to the hospital. It was a Friday, so I went to the hospital, and I did a test, and I told them to send it to my email. I didn't wait to receive the test result or to have any emotion, so that nobody gives me any clue. So I left. I went to the office. It was sent to my email, and then I printed it, I folded it, and I kept it. And I said I was going to plan to tell my husband later in the evening. So that was basically what happened. And then now let me just you. So I told my husband, when my husband got back, I had planned, I'm going to put that clip. I had planned on how I was going to inform my husband and all of that. And then I said I was going to film it. I set up, full ring light, did everything. Told my husband I was giving a gift, and I gave it to him. So, like I said, we had just done my mother-in-law's burial a few days before. So I had planned to like give him I told him I was going to give him a consolation gift, and he was like, "Oh, how sweet, how thoughtful." And I had planned, I had set up. And my husband had displayed emotion that was so rare to get. Like, it was so rare to get that kind of emotion from my husband. And guess what? I didn't press. Yeah, you got it right. I did not press enter. I didn't press play. So, my camera was just on. I wasn't recording anything. You pay me. But then I didn't want to fake anything. I could have easily said, oh yeah, you have to do this thing again. But I wasn't going to get that emotion. So I was just really angry, and I'm like, okay. And so because of that, when I informed other people, I also did not film anything because I was just angry that night. And I really did inform a lot of people that night. So guys, so I'm starting this video. I don't even know how this video is going to go, but I just felt like I need to just do this video. So this morning around I slept quite early yesterday because we had the early dinner, and I slept quite early. So around 12 I woke up. At that time I had already realized that my period was 2 days late, okay, a day late. So I wasn't quite bothered because since I started trying, my body has just been doing one kind, like I don't even understand again. There are a lot of times I have symptoms and I'm like, okay, this is it, and voila, it doesn't always come out like it is. So this month, this January, I just told myself that I'm not putting my mind into anything. Like, whatever wants to happen should happen. I deleted my flow app. I stopped tracking. Like, I can't even say this at the start, but there was something that was distinctive. I realized that my breast was quite bigger. It was looking bigger and it was painful. I was even asking my husband, I said, don't you know that my breast is bigger? And I was like, yes, it's true. But I noticed my breast was bigger, and also I noticed that so yesterday I was in the office and I slept. Like, usually when I sleep, when I want to, I take naps in the office, but when I want to take naps, when I feel really sleepy and tired, I don't
I don't sleep like, and I would not know what's going on. Like this one, I slept off and I did not know what was going on at all around my environment till I woke up around. I slept from around 1 to 2:15, like a whole 1 hour, and I didn't even know what was going on around me, and it was quite odd. And I was feeling cold. I was the one that was feeling cold in the office. Now, this is not really also new because I know I always feel good. So I decided to take a test, and I took it. And guys, when you start taking these things, you don't plan, because I've done a lot of videos where I like, this is it, and I will do videos and I will test, and it's negative and all that. And some of these videos I've deleted them from my phone because remembering them is just sort of makes you sad, like really sad and all of that. So what I want to do now is that I want to do another test. I've done a test. I'm not going to lie. I've done a test. I've done a test, and it was positive. God, you probably don't understand. It was positive. I went to the hospital also to do another test, and that I'm going to be unveiling here because I told them to send it to my email. They sent it to my email, and I printed it, I folded it, and kept it in my bag. So I'm just moving up and down. I'm trying to manage my emotions. So I'm going to do another test. And I don't know if this is also going to come out well, because I mean, you understand all this. You see, you get a negative, you get a positive, and the next minute is negative and all of that. So I'm going to do another test on camera now. If I do another test and I find out that it's negative, then you're not going to see this video. But if you're seeing this video, it means that it's going to be positive, right? Guys, I'm not a doubting Thomas, but if you have tested too much, you would know what I'm saying, and you will know that you just need to find out more. I don't know, these tests are just fake, because I've bought too many to even waste money on tests. So I just buy the 15-year-old general one. So like I said, guys, God, I'm going to be testing this thing, and this is the test. Can you see? It's plain. I'm going to show you the one I already tested in the morning, and this is me dipping it inside the guys, can you put see the two lines? My God, when it was negative, you will look for the line. Oh God, can you guys see it? Can you see the two lines? God is faithful. Ah, Lord, I just want to say thank you, God. People, like, God is good. Can you see test results? Can you see? People just say that I'm not even boring you, like months after months, months on months, and everything has negative results inside. Can you see? Because can you see single line, the single line, like everything has single lines there. And sometimes I'm just training my eyes to just see the double line, but see this time around. This is the first test I did. This is the first test I did earlier today. It wasn't so clear, and the second test coming in stronger. Like I didn't even have to sprain, I didn't even have to strain. So this is what I want to give my husband. So I've always had these socks. I use them to pray, because could that be a boy or a girl, pink or blue, and it could also be twins. Not bad. And then this is the result. I'm finally replaying it. Like, can you guys see? Positive. God is really good. Like, God is just so intentional about our lives, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to show you how I pack this and wait for him. I already told him that I want to give him a small gift, just a very little gift, because I need my husband to not off clothes or to just be prepared, otherwise he can just be uninterested. So just to make him interested, yes, that's why I'm planning this. I hope I'm able to film it. I really hope I'm able to film his reaction. All the help that I can get, really, like, people have been spoiling me in the last days, and I'm super grateful to God for help, for a gift of men, because I prayed about this and I am getting it. So I'm going to do another video talking about like what the process period was, trying to conceive, and things that we used, things that I did, and what I think I did differently that month that made me get pregnant. If you think that it's a video that you want to see, do let me know, and I'll be more than willing to share it. Till the next time you watch me, remain blessed. I love you. Bye.